Good evening. Welcome to CSBIS Academy Current Affairs Bulletin. Let us see today's current affairs. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's newly appointed Foreign Secretary, Jayant Kolambaje, said that Sri Lanka will adopt India First approach as its new foreign policy doctrine. India First approach. So, Sri Lankan Foreign Secretary said Sri Lanka is going to follow India First approach. Actually, if you see India Sri Lanka relations, Rajapakshas are earlier more favorable to China than to Sri Lanka. And the role of China in Sri Lanka India relations is also very important. Here we need to understand. Here, Sri Lankan Foreign Secretary said, we will not allow to use Sri Lankan soil to conduct any activities aimed against India. So, Sri Lankan Foreign Secretary assured that they are not going to allow Sri Lankan soil to conduct any activities against India. This is the thing. So now Sri Lanka realized that, at least it seems that Sri Lanka respects its India first approach, and India is the nearest neighbor to Sri Lanka and the only neighbor to Sri Lanka, I can tell you. India is the only biggest neighbor to Sri Lanka. So Sri Lanka is a partner in SAARC. Sri Lanka is a partner in BIMSTEC. India Sri Lanka shares many forums also. Next important news, Pulikali Tiger Dance. Pulikali, Pulikali, Pulikali or Pulikali Tiger Dance in Thrissur district in Kerala to be held online. Pulikali or Pulikali Tiger Dance in Thrissur district Kerala to be held online. Actually, uh, in Kerala, there's a famous festival, harvest festival called Onam. Onam season actually started in Kerala, and during Onam, the Kerala important towns and cities will be decorated a lot. It's a harvest festival, and during this festival, on the fourth day of Onam, particularly in Thrissur district in Kerala, they will have a dance called Pulikali, a tiger dance. This time, due to COVID, they are going to conduct this online. So, this is an important question, culture. Pulikali or Pulikeli, tiger dance. Next important news is Kiran. What is Kiran? Kiran. Kiran is Mental Health Rehabilitation Helpline launched by Social Justice Ministry. And recently we have so many mental health issues in India. Even we also have mental health bill. So Kiran is a mental health helpline, mental health rehabilitation helpline. It is launched by Social Justice Ministry. It is available in 13 languages. Kiran is available in 13 languages. Even this you need to understand. Next important news is Warli paintings. Warli. Warli paintings. So in culture, Warli paintings are very famous. Warli paintings belong to Maharashtra. The name have come after Warli tribes. Warli paintings belongs to Maharashtra. The name have come after Warli tribes. Warli paintings are in geometrical shapes. So they'll complete the painting with straight lines, squares, triangles, circles. Even human beings they'll draw with this type of triangles, straight lines, circles. If you can see the painting, you can observe that it is a Warli painting, some paintings. So they will complete the painting with all circles, squares, triangles, all these things. And Warli paintings are very famous in Maharashtra. It's a tribal art in Maharashtra, Warli tribes. Next important news, AFSPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act. You all know AFSPA was passed in 1958, particularly to tackle insurgencies and other security issues. And in Assam, it was extended for another 6 months. Next important news, uh, Khadi Village Industries Commission. There's a mission called Honey Mission. Honey Mission. It is a news from last 5 6 months. Honey mission and KVIC, Khadi Village Industries Commission, have distributed more than 1 lakh honeybee boxes to the farmers and migrant laborers. Due to corona crisis, many migrant laborers reached their native places. So, honeybee boxes were uh, distributed more than 1 lakh by KVIC so that they are giving employment. They are giving employment in honeybee cultivation. That is very important. So, read about KVIC and also read about honeybees, honey mission. Read about honey mission. Next important news is you all know the famous GI tags in India. Geographical indication tags. GI tag means geographical indication tag. E-auction portal launched to promote GI tag to promote Kashmir saffron. So e-auction portal to promote Kashmir saffron, they have launched e-auction portal. So this is important to promote Kashmir saffron. You all know recently Kashmir saffron got GI tag. Recently Kashmir saffron got GI tag. So next important news, the most important news which is reported in all the newspapers from yesterday onwards. Export Preparedness Index 2020. Export Preparedness Index 2020. Niti Aayog have published this index. Niti Aayog, in partnership with Institute of Competitiveness, released first ever Export Preparedness Index 2020. So, how Indian states are good at export preparedness? Because in the globalized world, export preparedness is very, very important. Not only that, exports are engines of nation's growth, particularly to forex reserves also. If India is good at exports, automatically there will be a very good boost to our economy and also our image. So, how our states are doing in export preparedness? Niti Aayog ranked and made an index called Export Preparedness Index. You may get a direct question: Who prepares Export Preparedness Index? It is Niti Aayog, along with Institute for Competitiveness. So there are four key parameters. There are four key parameters for Export Preparedness Index. One is policies. Number two, business ecosystem. Number three, export ecosystem. Number four, export performance. So there are four key parameters and 11 subpillars. First, remember four key parameters. Policies, what are the policies the state is adopting? Business ecosystem, export performance. And according to government think tank, that is Niti Aayog, Gujarat topped the Niti Aayog's Export Preparedness Index. So, which state is the first in export preparedness? Gujarat. And next, after Gujarat, it is Maharashtra. And first is Gujarat, second is Maharashtra, third is Tamil Nadu. Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu. And according to the report, 6 out of 8 coastal states are in top 10. 6 out of 8 coastal states. That means coastal states which have access to sea have an advantage in exports. Obviously, right? Coastal states have an advantage in exports. In landlocked states, Rajasthan is number one, Telangana is number two, Haryana is number three. The states which have no coastal areas, that is which top is in landlocked states category. Rajasthan number one, Telangana number two, Haryana number three. And Himalayan states, Uttarakhand number one, Tripura number two, Himachal Pradesh number three. Top performers among UTs, Union Territories, Delhi, Goa, Chandigarh. First is Delhi, second is Goa, third is Chandigarh. And the other thing is this particular index is very, very important, Export Preparedness Index, to promote our Atmanirbhar Bharat. To promote our Atmanirbhar Bharat, self-reliant India. Okay, this is the most important news for today. Next important news is Russia releases a top secret video of terrifying nuclear bomb that sparked World War III panic in the world. Russia releases top secret video of a terrifying bomb. Russia have published a declassified video footage showing the detonation of a nuclear weapon called Tsar Bomba, TSAR SAR BOMBA, the largest ever hydrogen bomb blast in 1961. and the world thought that Russia is ready for Third World War. Russia is ready for Third World War, and world might enter into Third World War. The Tsar Bomba was the most powerful nuclear weapon ever built and tested. The Tsar Bomba was the most powerful nuclear weapon ever built and tested, with more than 3,000 times the power of Hiroshima bomb. With more than 3,000 times the power of Hiroshima bomb. And the document title is the top secret. Top secret. And Russia have released this video on the eve of 75th anniversary of Russian military nuclear industry. Russia have released this video on the eve of 75th anniversary of Russian military nuclear industry. And here you need to know what is the difference between atomic bomb and hydrogen, that is thermonuclear bomb. Atomic bomb works with the principle of fission, whereas thermonuclear bomb, it is fusion. The thermonuclear bomb or hydrogen bomb, one and the same. And thermonuclear bomb or hydrogen bomb is more dangerous, more destructive than an atomic bomb. Thermonuclear bomb or hydrogen bomb is more destructive or more dangerous. Remember, the difference between atomic bomb and hydrogen or thermonuclear bomb is very important. Atomic bomb works in the principle of fission. Thermonuclear bomb, hydrogen bomb works in the principle of fusion. And yesterday is, that is 26th August, is Women Equality Day. Yesterday, 26th August, is Women Equality Day. And why 26th August we celebrate as Women Equality Day? Exactly 100 years back, on the same day in America, 19th Constitutional Amendment was adopted. Exactly 100 years back, on the same day in America, that is in 1920, 19th Constitutional Amendment was adopted. And in that year, on this occasion, women got franchise voting rights. Voting rights. So, women in America got voting rights exactly 100 years back. We celebrate International Women Equality Day on 26th August. But unfortunately, in America, even today, they have not seen a woman president, female president. They don't have a female president. It is not universal franchise. It is women got voting rights at that time. Women got voting rights at that time. And next important news, Niti Aayog to launch nationally determined contributions transport initiative for Asia. Nationally determined contributions transport initiative for Asia. What is this? See, mostly we'll have transport energy sectors which will actually emit the uh, greenhouse gases. So in Asian countries, how we are reducing our carbon emissions is the issue. So Niti Aayog is going to launch how much the Asian countries are contributing to this and how much they are minimizing their energies, that is particularly greenhouse gas emissions. The event will inform the transport, energy, and climate stakeholders in India how it is going to reduce. In India, particularly, how they are going to reduce. So, how various countries in Asia are going to decarbonize their transport. How they are going to go for eco-friendly transport systems. Even they'll discuss about this. And next important thing, in United Nations, Pakistan is complaining that Pakistan is no way connected with terrorism. Pakistan, in fact, helped in controlling Al Qaeda, whereas India is supporting terrorism. That is Pakistan's complaint. Pakistan is saying India is supporting Tehreek-e-Taliban by funding them against Pakistan. So Tehreek-e-Taliban based in Afghanistan, and India is funding Tehreek-e-Taliban against Pakistan. That is Pakistan's complaint. And Pakistan also raised the issue of Citizenship Amendment Act. Pakistan also raised the issue of Kashmir terrorism. Pakistan also raised the issue of Kulbhushan Jadhav. And all these issues are baseless. All these issues are baseless. Pakistan wanted to evade from blacklisting from FATF. That is the reason why Pakistan is raising all these issues in United Nations organization. Next important news is our Ministry of Culture announced 7 new circles of Archaeological Survey of India. Our Ministry of Culture announced 7 new circles of Archaeological Survey of India. See here, our Ministry of Culture announced 7 new circles in Madhya Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, West Bengal, Gujarat. Why they have announced? See, in Tamil Nadu there are various temples. Tamil Nadu is very famous for temples. So we need to develop that temples, protect those temples. One circle. Hampi, for example, in Karnataka, Hampi. Hampi area, they are developing that. In West Bengal, Raiganj. In West Bengal, they are developing a separate circle near Raiganj. So, Ministry of Culture announces 7 new circles. Ministry of Culture announces 7 new circles of Archaeological Survey of India. Read about this. And next important news. Next important news is draft health data management policy released for public feedback. Draft health data management policy. You all know that health data is very crucial. So if you have proper health data, health records, if it is available online, it is very easy for diagnosis and testing. But unfortunately, the problem is privacy and security issues are actually needed here. Uh, Data privacy management policy. Data management policy. It is open for public discussion. It is open for public discussion now. And yesterday we have seen Bonda tribes in Orissa, they were in news because of COVID 19. Today there's another news. In Andaman Nicobar Islands, the tribals got COVID. There are symptoms of COVID, and Greater Andamanese tribals, it seems that they got COVID 19. Even COVID 19 is not leaving tribals, particularly vulnerable tribal groups also, PVTGs also. That was a bad thing. So even they had, and kindly read about Sentinelist tribes and that other tribal communities living in Andaman Nicobar. Because in India this time, tribals and tribal communities are very important for films. Kindly read. So yesterday we read about Bonda tribes, and today Andaman, you have Greater Andamanese tribals, all these things in news. In Andaman also, COVID cases got reported. In Andaman also, COVID cases got reported, and you are expected to read about Sentinelist tribes also. You are expected to read about Sentinelist tribes also. Last year they are in news. Okay, these are all the important news for today. Tomorrow we'll meet with some other important news. Thank you.